Hi all, welcome back to another lecture of DBMS, and in this lecture we will learn about operators in SQL query language. So basically we will be learning about different operators like arithmetic, comparison, logical, bitwise and set operators, and we'll be also seeing how we are going to apply these types of operators while retrieving the data from the database. So first is let's learn about what are different types of SQL operators and why we actually need it. So these are used to perform various operations on the data stored in the database. So different types of operations when we want to operate on the database, we use the SQL operators. So these operators are arithmetic operators, comparison, logical, bitwise and set. Arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. So these types of operators when we do on the data from the database, we will call it as arithmetic operator. Why we apply these operators? To filter the data, manipulate the data or basically combine the data. Second is comparison operators. So comparison basically when we compare two different types of data, it is greater than, less than or equal to, not equal to, and these types of operators when we use to compare two data values in the database, we will be using comparison operators. Third is logical operator. So logical is basically here we will be using and or not operator. So if you know about logical operator, so what it does, let's suppose we said 10 and 10. So basically it says when we are comparing the integer values, we are basically checking in their binary terms, right? So if you will calculate the binary representation of 10, you will see 8, 1010 and 1010. So AND operator says that it will be true if both are true. So both are true, then it will be true. Both are true, then it will be true. Both are false, then it will be false. So the AND operator for this will be 10. So basically true and true means the resultant will be true. True and false, the resultant will be false. False and false, the resultant will be false, right? So AND says basically for the resultant to be true, both left side value and right side value should be true. So this is what different types of operators, like where OR says any one side of value should be true, then the resultant will be true. Not says totally opposite to it, right? So logical operators we apply and or not. Next is bitwise operator. So bitwise operator like and or not we apply, but this will be applied on the binary numbers, right? So instead of the actual true or false boolean, instead of boolean, we'll be applying on binary numbers and 1000 like this, right? This is what when we are applying the operators, the same logical operators on the binary or binary numbers basically, then we'll see it as bitwise operators. Next is set operator. So set says basically the union, intersection or union all, so different types of data. So when we apply this, we basically want to see the data as the combination of data. So let's suppose we have two tables, okay, and we have different columns A, B, C, and here we have A, C, D. And when we want union, so union means A, B, C and D. So all columns will come but with unique, not with duplicate. Union all says A, B, A two times it is, right? B, then C, C and then D. So union all says you will be taking all the columns along with the duplicated, repeated ones also. And intersection says that whatever the common attributes or common data in the two tables, where there will be taking it. So the intersection for these two tables will be A and C. So this is what different types of sets we apply on the combinations of data to get the result value. So now let's learn all these operators one by one. So first is arithmetic operator and how we actually apply in SQL query. So addition if we will talk about, so we directly use a plus sign. So what we do, we'll write the query select. So basically we are selecting the column name is product ID. So we'll be selecting product ID column. And then we will be selecting cost, price plus margin. So as of now here we don't have any column such. So let's suppose we have one cost and one margin column. So we have value like cost 10, margin 2, cost 50, margin 5. Okay, so this is how we have. So if we will do this cost, price plus margin, so the resultant will be 10 plus 2, 12 and 50 plus 5, 55, right? So this will be the new column, and the new column will named as what we have written as selling price. So the column name will be selling price. Okay. So this is what query means. From sales means basically we are taking from sales table. Next, similarly, subtraction. So initial stock minus sold. So basically we have two columns where we will subtract. So the actual decimal values will get subtracted and renamed as column name remaining stock. So this is how we'll do for multiplication also, for division also, and for modulo. Modulo also means modulo is nothing but the remainder. So if you will divide 9 by 2, right? So by 4 it will be divided and 1 will be the remainder here. So modulo operator will give 9 modulo 2 will give 1. Okay. So we can apply these types of arithmetic operators on the decimal values from the two columns when we want to compute a new column by using 2, 3 or multiple number of columns which we want. Okay. Next is comparison operator. So here we will be comparing two values. So here let's suppose equal to is one of the comparison operator. So we have selected all. So basically we will be taking all the columns, and then we are saying let's suppose employee name where job title is. So let's suppose we have an employee table, okay, and we have job title section name. Okay. So job title we have manager, HR, IT department and all, right? So if we are saying the job title is manager, then select it. So basically we are saying equal to, if job title is manager, then select that row, right, with all the columns. Name A, B, C. So this will be selected. So this is how equal operator says. Now if we are saying quantity is less than 0, so let's suppose in this table, product table, if we are saying select every row with every column if quantity is not equal to 0. So in this case, quantity 10, 20 and 15. So quantity is not 0. So this whole table will get selected. Next, again, total amount is greater than 100. So again, we are comparing for, if let's suppose we have a column for total amount and we have the values like 100, 50, 200 and all. So 50 will not get selected, or even 100 also will not get selected because you have used greater than operator. Okay. Similarly, less than operator, then greater than equal to. So in this case, along with 90 and all the greater value to 90 will be selected. Similarly, 50 value and all the values with less than 50 will get selected. So this is all about the comparison operator we use to compare the two values in a database. So let's move on to the logical operator. So logical operator, here we are applying and, or and not operators. So here from this SQL query, you can see that we are selecting every column from employee table where department ID is IT. So we will match all the departments. If the department is IT, then we'll select if the salary is also greater than 70,000, means the salary should be 70,001, not 70,000. So if it is so, then we will be selecting those columns, right? Similarly, second query, here we are applying or. So or means whether the department should be HR or the department should be marketing. So we are selecting all the rows having the department marketing or HR, both, right? Then for not case, we are selecting all the employees where department ID, where department is IT, like where department is IT and we are having the not operator. So basically we are selecting all the columns from the table which are having department not IT, like apart from IT. So HR, manager, all will get selected, but except the IT department rows. So this was all about the different types of logical operator which we apply in the database. Next is bitwise operator. So bitwise operator is also similar to and or, but instead of writing it as and or in the alphabetical order, we'll be denoting it with symbol. So this is this dollar sign is symbol for and, this sign is for or. Similarly, this is for XOR, not operator, left shift and right shift. So let's see what does it means. So when we say 6 and 3, so basically we are applying it here in the decimal form. So if you will write the decimal, binary form of 6, then binary form of 6 will be 4, then 2 and then 0. This is how the binary form of 4, then binary form of 3 will be 0, 1, 1. So if you will apply the AND operation here, so 0 and 1, so true and false says false, true, true says true, true, false, say false. So if you will convert in decimal, so this will be 2. So 6 and 3 gives 2. Similarly for or says 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So or says any of it should be true. So it will be true. Both are true, true. Both are true, true. So basically when you will convert it, it will be 4 plus 6 plus 1, 7. So this will be 7. Similarly, we are applying all these things here. Left shift basically means if you will denote the 3 in decimal in binary form, so it will be like 0, 1, 1. So left shift means basically shifting the digits towards left. So 0, 1, 1. So this is how it will look like, and this will be nothing but 4 plus 2, 6. So this will be 6. Okay. Now here if you will do the right shift, so for 6 it is 1, 1, 0, right? So if you will right shift it, it will be 0, 1, 1, right? Because now this moved. So 0, 1, 1 is nothing but 3, right? So this is a 6, this will be 3. So this is what left shift and right shift means in the bitwise operator. Now next is set operator. So set operator is basically when we are performing the operations on the combinations of data. So either union, intersection, union all, and all types. So union basically says whatever. So let's suppose if you have table A and table B, right? So union says you will be selecting ID 1. 2 is duplicated, so you will be selecting 1 time, then 3 duplicates 1 time, and then 4. This is what union means. Coming to union all says even the duplicates, the data are present multiple times also, so you will be selecting all those. So it will be like 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 4. This is how it will look like. So ID will be like this, and name will be like Gauri, Lisa, Raj, and Twinkle. This is how it will look like for union all, because union all says you will be selecting all the rows even if they are having the duplicate value, so you will be selecting that duplicate also. Intersection says whatever the common, so common is 2 Lisa in both the tables, and third Raj. Okay, so this will be the output of the intersection. And next is except. So basically here we return rows from the first select statement that are not present in the second statement. So we will be returning 1 because 1 is present in table A but not in table B. So 1 and Gauri, and 2 and 3 are already present. So only 1 and Gauri will be the output for except. So this was about set operators and why we are performing this, because when the user wants some data after filtering it, right? So basically for filtering and for manipulation, we apply these different types of operators on the database. So that was all about the different types of operators in SQL. I hope you understood each and every topic. Now let's meet in another lecture. Till then, keep learning, take care of yourself and your family too.